Today we're going to meet Jake Hauer, who's made $100,000 extra income in his travel agent business in just 5 months using video blogging. Hi, so we're here today with Jake Hauer of Pan Australian Travel, and I'm really excited by Jake's involvement in video. And having spoken to him for 5 minutes now, he's doing some really exciting stuff with video. So I thought we'd put the video on and just get the story straight from the horse's mouth.
Absolutely.
Jake, nice to see you. Just if you could go back through the story a little bit that you told me about how you set it up on it. Is it a weekly basis?
It is, yes. Yeah,
okay.
We have a couple of different properties for our travel business, and so we produce a weekly video for each. So essentially what we do is our video content is produced, which is then broken up into audio and a transcription of the video, which becomes a text, and that all forms a blog post, which is syndicated across all social media channels, and we send this out to our list of customers, and then from there we back it up with a press release each episode as well. Which
a real world press release.
It is. It's a real world online press release.
Yep.
So that gets syndicated through a service called PRWeb, which is an online press release service in the US. Generally, you'll find that your press releases will end up on Yahoo, a number of the different Fox channel associates, and a different spots around the world. But that's really for the I guess for the SEO benefits of that are huge, but also you tend to get a bit of traffic coming directly to your site from those, so it just helps with the authority.
Yeah. Just tell the viewers a little bit about the business and what you do and for whom.
Sure. So we're essentially we're a travel agency. We've been around since the late 1950s. Historically, we've had close ties with the Catholic Church. And a lot of our business now is repeat and existing businesses. I joined the company about 2 years ago, and what I found was that we really needed to re-engage with our customers. So yep. We found that through video we're able to do that. So yeah, it started probably 6 months ago.
Yeah, and the numbers, just give the guys an idea of how many you're sending out and what response you're getting.
Sure. So our list is roughly 600, and for our main list, and we've got a couple of smaller lists. So the total subscription numbers are roughly 1,000. So I'll talk just based on our main list. So from 600 or so subscribers, we've got around about 150 active or engaged customers from that. Each week, that's generating about 50 views, so roughly 60-70 click-throughs to the website, and then 50 views from that. The average engagement, because we can track how much each of our clients watch a particular video, and the average engagement sits between 70 and 80% of those who are actually on our email list, which is it's incredible numbers. I think one of the main points is that we're not at all trying to sell anything in the videos. So we're just giving information out and tips, and trying to provide relevant news to them, and we're also asking for their engagement, essentially. So through the email and of course through the video, asking them to just hit respond, or just contact us, call us. We answer. We're real humans, so they can speak to somebody.
Yep.
And that generally you're getting between 5 and 10 people who actually will just hit respond and just say, great video, or can you take a look at something for me?
Yeah, and the numbers you spoke about, dollar return, you felt it paid for itself.
Yeah. I can associate a direct benefit. It was about $100,000 in sales transactions in about since the start of April through to now. Now, to us, that adds about $10,000 to our bottom line.
Yep.
Is over the course of the 6 months, is that engagement with our content is really starting to increase, and that's probably only started happening in the last month or so.
Yep.
So I'd anticipate a continual snowballing effect with that content online, and
Yep.
it really it really paints us as an authority in the space.
Yeah. Are there any of your competitors doing anything similar?
Not that I'm aware of. No, there really isn't.
Okay.
There are a number of companies utilising video, but most of them are not using this type of format. They're going more the traditional salesy type video,
Yeah.
or product video.
Yeah.
A number of our suppliers, like cruise liners, airliners, will have all those sort of product type videos, but certainly nothing like what we're doing at the moment.
Can you maybe take the guys briefly through how you put together the podcast and how you repurpose the content? I thought that was fascinating.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So essentially, I'll shoot the video in the office here. I've got some great backgrounds, which is really good, but it'll take me about 45 minutes to shoot an episode and to just break it down and get ready to send off to our team. The team will then take that video, they'll brand it up, they'll put the captioning in place, the intro and the outro. They'll create a blog post from that and transcribe the post and pop the post underneath our video. The audio is also stripped out of the video and added to the same post in a format that iTunes picks up. So it'll go into iTunes and it'll be syndicated through their podcast service. The transcription is broken up and formatted in a way that makes it look a little bit, I guess, prettier. And we add in some topics as well, so it's interesting to read. We get a unique image produced for each episode as well. And that's essentially it. From there, this is what I will then go off and share to all of our social media sources. And at the moment, I'm backing it up with a Facebook advertising campaign where we're spending a limited amount, about $3 a day, just generating up to about 5,000 impressions and per day. And on average, over the course of the week, you're getting about 30 to 40 interactions. Now that may be a video play or a like or a click through to the website. So that's I'm seeing great traction with that at the moment for the limited amount we're spending on it.
Yeah. And that's amazing because we think of Facebook as being global, and here you are as effectively a local business, and it's working for you. Yeah,
I think the key to it is that it's the way we're targeting customers from there. So we segment into, we target friends of our current fans, and that has a potential audience of around about 30,000 people. But in each video, we ensure that we then target interests of the topics. So, for instance, the latest video was a Cathay Pacific was the main topic, and so you've got this little ad with Cathay Pacific written in the ad. We'll then go and target an interest being Cathay Pacific. Target people above 35 years of age because that's our target market, and only in Australia.
Yep.
So we're reducing the size, the sample size down to about 50,000 people, and you know it's going to be targeted because you're meeting all the requirements for it. So we see high engagement levels from that.
Just for clarification, you spoke about your team, so you don't have 20 people working here for you, do you?
No,
What does the team mean?
Not. The team, I've got an off-site team who essentially look after our website, and so they're based over in the Philippines. I've been working I've had one main guy who's essentially a virtual assistant for a bit over 12 months now, and he's in charge of most of the content, and we've recently brought on a second guy to help us with mainly the graphics as well. So
does he work separately from your first guy, or they work together?
They sort of I've set up a little, like a project management dashboard, which we all plug into, and we'll probably convene there once or twice a week.
What software do you use for that?
It's a free tool called Trello.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very easy. I've got a little bit of I've got a video of our workflow of how we actually use it, so I'd be happy to share that with your audience.
We'll put it up on the site. So just from where you sit, you've been doing this since April.
Yes.
What does the future look like? Because that's obviously going to be a big part of your marketing.
Yeah, no doubt. I think the content, I was thinking about this morning actually, content I really enjoy. I enjoy producing stuff. So we're adding in podcasts, longer extended podcast episodes very shortly. So it will be the focus is on video as our priority, but we'll be adding in other forms of multimedia as well. Yeah. But certainly producing solid content is the way forward.
Just a kind of last question about currency of the material. So the stuff that you're doing is very much today about what's happening in this week. Yes. Do you see an opportunity for you to build content that would be a bit more evergreen, that you could send out to your clients that they could use over a period, or is that not on your list?
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. Certainly, the tips and the tricks are fantastic, and hopefully that's what we'll be able to achieve through some of our podcast interviews. We're doing some case studies on clients, but potentially, but also just some interesting travel people. I think that's where we'll be getting a bit more evergreen content. Yeah. Surprisingly, though, having all these stats and seeing these engagement levels, we're really able to work out that even though we're targeting topical subjects each week, they weren't really engaging with customers until they knew how it applied to them. So we're taking news, but we're then adding I think we're connecting that with our customers as to how it applies to them. So even though it is topical news, the content is almost evergreen because you're giving them the focus is not the news per se, it's everything around it. We'll generally for example, Cathay Pacific have just introduced a premium economy cabin, and so that's the news component, but the application of this is the fact that their seats were as wide as anybody else, but they've got an amenity kit on board which is better than anybody else. So it's at this stage the best product. So even though it's news, there's also a massive amount of the component there that is evergreen.
Perfect. So just finally, last couple of tips for anybody who's in business and looking at video and probably thinking this seems like a lot of work.
Yes.
What would the couple of tips be?
I would certainly say just get your content out there. For me, the hardest thing was hitting publish initially. I'm not fantastic in front of video, and I'll mumble my way through them, but that's what your customers want. They want to know that they're dealing with real humans, and I am who I am. So there's no point hiding behind a beautiful brand or a nice sales video, because that's not what your customers are engaging with. So I would suggest that anybody looking to increase engagement, just shoot some video. Worry about how you're going to get it out there later. There are people who can help you with that. But the important part is just starting to build that rapport with your customers. So just shoot video.
Fantastic.
Work out the rest later.
Jake, thanks very much for your time, and thanks for a fantastic insight into what you're doing. I think you're probably at the sharp end of the travel industry and probably other industries as well. So thanks very much indeed.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ray.
Okay.